Good morning, Gators. I have a couple of important news updates today. The first concerns the distribution of Chromebooks. We've now closed the tech request form, basically because we weren't getting that many requests anymore. So it seems like everyone that truly needs a device has one at this point. But also because with the new information yesterday about the ease with which the coronavirus has spread, I didn't want to put our team at any more risk of infection by having them work in our building in somewhat close proximity. Um, we are distributing Chromebooks today to those students who requested one early in the week. This will be our last day of Chromebook distribution, so you need to come get it today if you want to be able to use it over the spring break and beyond. Our distribution point is at our campus by the tennis courts. You'll see a couple of pop-up tents over in that direction when you drive onto the property from Arroyo Grande. This is a different location than the food distribution point, which is located directly in front of the school. Speaking of food distribution, we've had some questions about whether or not they were going to be open during spring break. The answer is yes, they are, but the hours are going to change. Those sites will now be operating from 9 to 12 every day, excluding weekends. The district is also adding other sites with limited hours for this program. Please see our website for those additional sites and their hours, which may be different from the hours at our location. Moving on to credit recovery information. We did get some news yesterday from the district about how to proceed with assessments within the Apex system, and which should also work for Edgenuity, I would think, that will allow students to complete their courses and earn their credits. I have a meeting this morning to discuss that plan, as well as a host of other issues, I'm sure. And so once I've gotten clarification on all the details with that program, I will share that information to our credit recovery teachers, and they'll pass it along to you. I know the question that many of you who are in credit recovery have right now is, will I be able to keep working and possibly testing over spring break? I will be discussing that with the credit retrieval program teachers today to see how many are interested in working over the break, as they are technically off. And either I or they will communicate the dates, times, and hours of those opportunities to you directly. Also, with respect to grades, I've had some more questions about the Q3 Gradebook being opened. The opening of Gradebooks for third quarter applies only to missing assignments. It does not apply to exams, only missing assignments. You should try to get as many of those missing assignments turned in as you can, as I said yesterday, because you never know when the district may decide to end that period of leniency. The last piece of news I have for you today concerns graduation announcements. I know that many of you ordered announcements from our vendor, Jostens. I spoke with their rep yesterday, and he told me they will be mailing those out to you. I don't have a time frame for you as to when you will get them. Obviously, they have a lot of them to mail out to families all over the city, but you will be getting them soon. So that's a piece of good news. We still have no word on graduation exercises. I am hopeful that perhaps we'll hear something today or early next week. We also still have not received guidance on how we're going to handle grading for the second semester. Hopefully that'll be more clear in the next few days as well. As I said yesterday, I wanted to use the end of the news portion of these announcements to share some positive things happening on our campus, and so here's today's cool news. One of our faculty, Mr. Mike Lamb, is now a published author. Congratulations to Mr. Lamb, whose novel A Thursday in November is now available on Amazon. I can tell you I was shocked to learn this little nugget of information today, as I, like most of the staff, didn't even know he was working on a book. This has been a pretty good year for Mr. Lamb, as he and the speech and debate team that he coaches at Green Valley won the county championship for the 26th consecutive year, just before we were closed down. They were all set to pursue their 18th state championship, but that opportunity was lost with the school closure. At any rate, if you know Mr. Lamb, or even if you don't, please send him a congratulatory note. Writing a book is no easy feat, and we couldn't be prouder to say that he is a Gator. As for today's message, I just want to keep it short and sweet, as I felt yesterday's message was a little bit long. I know you've all been dealing with a lot of headaches and stress over the past 3 weeks. You've had to learn so many new things and make them work somehow for as many people as possible, while simultaneously keeping from going crazy. And I'm not just talking about students here. I'm talking about teachers, parents, and members of our community. It's not been an easy stretch for sure, but we made it. I know spring break is going to look a little different. We're going to have to stay put some more, and it looks like even more stringent measures are going to be implemented if we're going to find the top of the curve with this outbreak. So let's stay home, Stay safe, follow the lead of the experts in this field when it comes to safety measures, and most importantly, take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and take some time to let your mind freewheel just a bit and think about what you're going to do when better days return. You never know how those random thoughts might just turn into a book for you or maybe into a famous author like Mr. Lamb. Whatever the challenges are in the days and weeks and months ahead, just remember, we got this. Thanks for listening and have a great spring break.